Fox, Connecticut.
Delta Airlines is coming under fire for a new partnership that the company has made with Saudi Arabian Airlines. Some say the partnership would require Delta to ban Jews and holders of Israeli passports from boarding flights to Saudi Arabia. Well, now Illinois Senator Mark Kirk wants the Federal Aviation Administration to investigate whether this alliance breaks federal laws. This morning I'm joined by radio host Lisa Wexler to discuss the issue. Good to see you, Lisa.
Hi, good morning, Logan.
So want to give us the lowdown on this situation here?
I think it's a PR nightmare for Delta, is the lowdown. Delta decided to enter into this business alliance with Saudi Arabia to begin in 2012. And under this alliance, as part of their mission to expand flights into the Middle East, they say that they have to comply with the visa requirements of Saudi Arabia, which are among the most discriminatory and onerous on the planet.
Let's talk about some of them.
Yes.
Women are not permitted to drive in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
If you're a female and you fly to the airport, you have to be met
by a sponsor.
By a sponsor.
By a male sponsor.
Chaperone.
Correct.
Only Islamic Qurans are permitted. You can't enter Saudi Arabia with a Christian cross.
Right. No non-Muslim religious articles of faith are permitted. So it's interesting because the Saudi Arabian embassy or spokesperson responding to this hullabaloo said, well, we don't say that you can't enter the plane with all these religious articles, but you can't enter the country with the religious articles. So presumably, what are you supposed to do? Dispose of your cross and Bible on the way out?
We've got this statement also from Delta. It says in its statement, Delta said it does not operate in Saudi Arabia, nor does it code share, which is basically selling Delta seats on flights operated by other carriers with airlines that serve that country.
Yeah, that's a little bit confusing because the initial article said that under this alliance agreement they would be code sharing in 2012. Now Delta seems to be saying no, that's not part of the agreement.
Delta has also said we don't discriminate. We think it's an awful situation to discriminate. The Saudi Arabian embassy in Washington told Fox News they welcome the investigation. They call the allegations that Jews are not allowed into their country complete nonsense.
Yes, well, okay. But they don't say that Israelis aren't allowed. That they admit is true. And there have been allegations for a long time that if you had a Jewish last name that you would be denied a visa. So the truth is that we don't really know what the truth is. But here's what we do know. We do know that Delta's made a business decision that it will comply with these visa requirements of Saudi Arabia in order to expand its base. And I guess the issue for the American people is this is an American carrier. Do they want to make the business decision to support this? Because it's similar to apartheid. It's similar to any kind of other country in which you take your dollars in a way where you decide to condone or condemn someone's political policies. And I have to tell you that I asked myself, I'm a Jew and an American, and I've been to Israel, and so my passport has Israeli stamps on it. I would ask myself, if Saudi Arabia said no blacks could come in or no gays could come in, would it even occur to Delta Airlines to make an alliance with a country like that?
I guess the other side of the argument, since we're trying to kind of give both sides of the argument, is that, Delta Airlines might just say, well, we're a transportation provider. There are lots of countries that have lots of different rules. And in the Middle East, we know that they are pretty bad against women. And we're just providing transportation to this other country. And whatever their laws are is really up to them. Who are we to kind of discriminate against other countries and other laws? We're just getting people there, and we have to abide by their
laws.
Well,
that is exactly their argument. I will say, just doing a quick Google search this morning, I wanted to see if I could find any American carrier right now that's flying to Riyadh or to Jeddah, and I could not find one. Now, this was just a quick Google search on Travelocity and things like that, and what I could find is that a carrier like American or Delta will fly you to France, for example, but then Air France will take you into Saudi Arabia, Air India, Egypt Air, Saudi Air. But no, so far I could not find one American carrier that will actually now honor those visa requirements. So Delta seems to be breaking a barrier.
Right. Let somebody else do it. We'll get you close, but we're not going to be the one who gets you right to the front door.
Except Delta seems to be changing that for Delta.
Interesting. All right, Lisa, good to see you. Good to talk to you. Let's remind everybody that you can always listen to Lisa on the radio Monday through Friday, 4 to 6, 1400 WSTC and 1350 WNLK, and of course right here every Monday morning. Great to talk to you, Lisa.
Thanks.
Sarah, over to you. you.
Thanks, guys. Corky Van has a deal of the day just for military families. The Mark Twain House has become a Blue Star museum. It's now one of more than 1,000 museums nationwide offering free admission for active military personnel and their families. Now through